everybody. So I broke my New Year's in right, going to sleep and praying. I heard someone making a comment today outside of my room at the study about women being inferior to men. And then I read this article about men in the NSA who are perverts and who have been harassing women, and most of them are masters of at being addicts and things of that nature. Now we know that this is a spiritual world, and everybody knows that God is a God of love. Without love, we are no one. Everyone seeks love in this life. And my answer to that is, you can't have an opinion towards who is inferior to anything so long as you are a being born to want love, because you are going to be submissive and give yourself to love for the purpose of fulfillment and wholement. So it is wrong to feel like that. And most of the guys who do feel like that are connected with the NSA. And I read on that kind of stuff. Let me ask you, Miss NY, I'm on my recording. Nobody can see you. This is my YouTube channel. Nobody can see you. What do you feel about women? You want to give an opinion?
I definitely can't because of this.
Women being inferior to men. And then give me your definition of what love is in life, and where inferior in love is not even an option. Being inferior. Because, like, do you believe, like, when you love someone, it's not about who's inferior, because it's about equality in a relationship? Even just with your kids, like.
That's all I'm saying.
She said she gave the thumbs up.
I really don't feel like the whole equality relationship is kind of give and take. It's not always going to be 50-50. Sometimes you might be giving more, sometimes he might be giving more, just kind of depending on what situation you're in. Nobody should be inferior to each other. And if you feel that way, that can actually be detrimental to your relationship.
I totally agree. That sounds real. That was actually perfect answer. I agree too, because when I hear stuff like that, I try not to judge people, because everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I understand that, but sometimes it can be disturbing, because it's like when you think of the turn of events, like people will say, "You don't know what I've been through, or my life, what got me to the point where how I am today," and then you make comments like that, and it's like,
it's also, if you know that you're a certain way because of how your trauma and all of the other stuff, it's also your responsibility to do what you need to do to heal from that trauma. It's not, you can't use it as the crutch or an excuse, and too many people do that, and that's why relationships end up the way they are, and it's a continuous cycle. That's why relationships are not what they were when, our parents and grandparents and everybody were getting married, because we use trauma as a crutch, as opposed to, taking the time and doing the work to heal in order for you to be the best person you can be for somebody else, instead of saying, well, I'm this way, I'm hurt because I got hurt, or somebody else hurt me, so I'm hurt. It doesn't mean that you continue and use that crutch to keep going. You need to learn how to heal. You shouldn't be jumping into something new if you're not.
To be the better person for yourself and someone else, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I totally agree. I thought that I was tripping, is because some people look at it like a sign of weakness, and I think that it's strength to still go through things and still want to love. And even if you have an inferior attitude, even that can be just your intelligence on life, like how you just simplified it, in just a second.
Yeah.
But I just think that it's crazy that people can have this strong opinion towards other people, and everyone wants to be loved, and everybody wants to either be needed or want someone to want to give to them, love, to make something whole, and just like you said, to be a better person.
Yeah, stop
for
looking
someone.
for that stuff in another person. You have to be able to provide that for yourself. If you're not comfortable sitting at home being by yourself and being in your own company, and you need somebody else to make yourself feel good, you're never gonna have a good, successful relationship.
Okay.
Like I'm fine with not having a marriage, kids.
See,
going
I like,
forward.
I
like
really,
my own company. Now, do I like the company of others? Absolutely.
that's how I am.
I don't need the company of others.
Okay.
Some people feel that they need the company of others because they cannot just be at home and be okay by themselves.
Mhm.
I am content with being single and being okay and not having children and all the other stuff because I know I'm taken care of because I've taken care of myself and my own happiness as opposed to looking for it in somebody else. You gotta stop looking for it in other people. You gotta
See,
find
that's
it
usually
within
when you
yourself.
start finding that's usually when you start really enjoying how to be a better person for someone else, when you've enjoyed your own company and you've mastered that and now you want to share it with someone
People are
else.
comfortable with being in their own company and then providing their own happiness. Because listen, I don't need a man for anything. I pay all my bills. Seriously, I pay all
No,
my
that's
bills
right.
myself.
Say it
If
again.
I
For
want
the people in the
to,
back.
if I want to
Right.
go waste my money in a Louis Vuitton purse, I can go waste my money in a Louis Vuitton purse. If I want to go have a $70 Wagyu steak, I can go have a $70 Wagyu steak. I
Okay.
don't need somebody to go pay that for me. I
For
can
me,
do it
that's right.
myself.
That's right.
So I don't need you around.
Okay.
It's nice having company, and if you can add something to my life, then great. That's awesome. But I don't need you in order to. I don't need to die and be my head's on being best wife and mother. Like, no.
So that's, I've had someone tell me that
This is who? No, we are open again tomorrow.
Nigga did some bitch ass.
This the inpatient unit.
Got two fucking bishops.
Just call the same number back tomorrow at 8:30. The receptionist gonna answer the phone. You're welcome. I couldn't hear her. Sorry.
So I like the way you answered that because, like in the beginning stages of my life, I've had a lot of people that wanted to take care, but I learned early that I like to have my own because people like to put stipulations on stuff. It's like no matter how beautiful you are or how much you know that you're worth for somebody to take care of you, they put stipulations on it because they start looking at you like you're this ultimate woman, and then they start thinking that you should be this certain kind of woman to go with it for them. And I don't agree with it.
Hold it over your head.
Exactly. Right. And then you got some females thinking, oh, this man brought me a bag, and they don't realize it's the best feeling in the world to be the same woman that they can be, but to have your own, to get your own bag, because you're still going to get the same attention.
I'm not impressed with myself, so I can get myself.
Right. You see? Right.
Not impressed.
Okay. So I really appreciated your opinion today. You have really simplified a lot of stuff. Thank you. Okay. All right. So that was the topic and discussion for today, about woman independency and the difference between woman independency and women who are inferior. I agree with her. It's not that, it's that. It's just a matter of wanting to be able to provide for yourself, understanding yourself, so that way you're able to receive things accurately and know when it's something you want to allow in your company in order for things to be wholesome and to be healthy. It has nothing to do with trying to control and stuff like that. It's just about your value and wanting someone to see it for what it is that is on the same page and understand why you're that way. Because when you don't understand things and you don't, you haven't experienced it, the only other option is to judge, unless you just completely avoid it. You know, because a lot of people don't like facing things they don't understand. And even the Bible says to lean not on your own understanding. And a lot of times you have to go through the experience or someone of that caliber to be able to even have an opinion there. And then even at that point, it's up to you to receive it or not. But to, make a judgment call like that is not right. Not to me.